How long do you practice a day?
It'll vary from person to person. I pick it up real quick because line work is like my strongest thing.
Just in general, like just as far as practicing.
How long would it take?
No, how long do you practice drawing?
Oh shit. So I've been drawing in general. It'll be 5 years in September. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. I was a mechanic beforehand. So the thing is, I was a mechanic beforehand, so I do believe I had some good hand-eye coordination. I genuinely believe that carried over to drawing. But I started studying hardcore, like anatomy, perspective, and all this kind of shit, like hardcore every day, about a year and a half ago. And I still do it every day. And that's why I got my sketchbook, so I can just go do random shit. And then like, I draw people at the convention when I'm around. So the practice of like studying, maybe a year and a half, but then executing on what I learned is like all the time. So I don't think there's a time frame of it. So it's a year and a half and continuing.
It's kind of discouraging.
Nah.
Hope at the same time, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like, it should be hopeful to know that as long, like, the hopeful part is like, if you know that you could be drawing more, then you know that's all you have to do. The discouraging part is, fuck, I gotta draw more now.
I've been drawing since
Yeah.
34. I've been drawing
Yeah. But I mean, I specifically targeted the things that I sucked at. And then I worked on those. That's how I was able to improve. A lot of people, they kind of just mosey through and just draw. You're never going to really improve hardcore that way because you're not hitting the things. I wrote down the things that I suck at, and then I specifically hit those.
I draw what I like.
Yeah. But I mean, like, if you're drawing what you like, that's kind of like, when you get to that point, it's kind of like what else matters, though. You know what I mean? I have to improve because I'm trying to make a lot of money off of this. So in order to do that, I have to like have a standard for what I'm doing. But if you don't care, like if it's something you just genuinely care about and you just like doing it, man, you don't got to do a goddamn thing. I genuinely think that, yeah.
I just want to get to the point where I can draw out of my head. I can't draw.
Okay.
I have to have a reference for everything I draw.
That all comes from practice. That all comes from. Yeah, that all comes from practice and like building that visual library of like you see something, you understand it. Like I used to work as an auto mechanic, so I could draw cars super easy because I have that understanding of it. Someone else here doesn't have that human experience with a car, so they couldn't draw it the way I do. In the same way I couldn't draw a dress or I don't know, whatever it is these people do. Like, is there something specific?
I mean, like I want to be able to make my own anime. Like,
Okay.
Like everything that I draw, like I have to like all right, should be I can't just be everybody. Oh my god, you should my tattoo. I'm like,
Do you study the foundation stuff like perspective and anatomy and no?
no.
Okay. So my opinion is study that the practice the basic stuff. So like, you know, even stuff like this, like that started out like this. So I was all like, I'm gonna set up my perspective grid before I do anything, because perspective is basically how everything's gonna be structured. So I'm doing an advanced form of perspective there called 5-point. So I know my grid is gonna look something, give or take something like this. Now this is just an example of like specifically that piece right there. Then I was like, okay, well, I know my composition, which is another basic thing to learn. Composition, so I was like, well, I want something in the foreground, I want something in the midground, and I want something in the background. So I have her there, right? And then I have the mid, which is all that stuff, the buildings, and I have the background, which is that right there, like right there. Yeah. So now I know how to set up my perspective. I know what my composition is going to be. If I need to know how to draw that person, I need to study how to draw humans. If I want to know how to draw that gun, I need to know how to draw weapons. So it's like, that's all that shit. You have to apply all that shit into every single drawing that you're going to do, or else something's going to come up short and you're not going to be happy with it. So if you're unable to come up with something like that on your own, you have to practice the most fundamental stuff first. Then you can get into the cool stuff. Fundamental shit is boring, but being able to draw all your own stuff is fun. So you got to go through that first. That's what I think, based on what you've said. That's what I think. So, do you go on YouTube? Okay. So for studying fundamentals, those are the 4 things that are good to start with. And then the YouTube channels, if you go onto these 3 YouTube channels, you're pretty set to start off. Their channels are fucking fire. Like, they just give out their information for free, and they're like master level, and it's just...
I've seen Cycle before.
Yeah? Okay. But yeah, you go to Proco, he's a beast. And then New Masters Academy has all the anatomy stuff. And that's it, it's all free. So, I mean, yeah. I don't know, hopefully that helped, man. I don't know if that...
No, like I said,
yeah.
this is like more information I've gotten from most artists I speak to. I try to soak in what I can. Most people tell me draw all the time.
Well, I mean, yeah, but everyone knows that though. That you got to do. You know, you want to get good at basketball, you got to play that shit all the time. Everyone knows that. So if I told you that wouldn't help you at all. That'd be because you already know that. Yeah. So I don't know. That's why I was trying to ask you specifics. Guys are like, well, maybe I can direct you to the YouTube channel that. So. Yeah, man. But yeah.
Boy, I'm back at it, took a step and bounced backwards. Never lost status, y'all can chase where the cash is. Mine's in the safe and the bank, swipe plastic. Honcho in the condo, chillin' in Port Aransas. Damn kid, Hakeem and dreaming, living lavish with models who speak Spanish. Sip wine under cabanas, need a G5 dealer. Pit bull couldn't fathom I'm a loose end when I pull pins, causing damage. Enigmatic, and watch them spark like a matchstick. Blessings on the track that I rap. Boom Baptist, the Holy Ghost, and got a spirit lifting from my soul. Rolling up on Bible paper, blowing out some holy smoke. Just a joke, egging on the hate that I self-provoke. Look what I done wrote, music flyer than a London bloke. You a choke and a knockoff, sipping cola coke. Far out new hope on the truth, word the innermost. How you boast, keep it bouncing. Got fans of 30,000, snacks from a chocolate fountain. Wines that I'm mispronouncing, chiseled in the tallest mountain. Fucked up, bound to happen, punchlines, Captain Falcon. Shit, I'm jumping in.
It's kind of strange. It's very slow right now in terms of sales. I think I'm really close to making the table back. An EVO table is about $450 this year, so I mean, it's not terrible, but given the attendance to artist ratio, I was expecting more. So you have to understand, when you go to a convention that has a bunch of attendees, it almost doesn't matter if there are too many vendors, because the more vendors you have, the thinner the money gets spread. So again, for example, let's say you take something like SAC Anime. It's about 10,000 people, but they have like 150 plus vendors. So despite it being 10,000, you don't really make that much money because it's spread too thin. Here, there are less than 30 artists, and it's a 15,000 attendee event. So it's still early, kind of slow, so I'll wait it out. I'm not going to trip right now. How's it going, guys? But yeah, that's a good way to kind of measure how your potential profits at any particular con. See how many vendors there are, and you see what their attendance is like. Oh, thanks. It's so strange. One of the comments I hear a lot from people is that, you know, in the artist alley there's so much color and like splash and shit everywhere. A lot of people, they say the grayscale actually pulls their eye harder, yeah, because there's less. Yeah.
I think it's true. I think a lot of artists alley can become like
Very samey. I use that word all the time, but yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. How's it going? Yeah, those are all my original characters and concepts, and they're all in here if you want to see any of them closer.
Yeah, that's a really interesting use of perspective.
Oh, are you talking about this one?
Right one, yeah. It's really cool.
Thank you. Yeah,
Are you trying to imitate a fish fly, or just kind of?
Oh yeah, but it's 5-point perspective.
5 point? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
So like in my sketchbook, when I mess around, I just like to try and do it. I'm trying to be able to do it without a grid. Whoops.
Yeah. I mean, the more you do with the grid, the more it'll just be ingrained too.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe you'll want to check this out. He has this sketchbook here. And
Oh.
in that one, he did 5-point perspective, which is like ridiculous. Yeah, which is ridiculous hard. She's kind of, I would say budding, but she's kind of through all her life.
Okay.
Artist. But it's really cool to, like, when artists bring their sketchbooks and stuff.
Well, yeah, I bring it because if I come to a table and it's really slow, I kind of just draw the people that are walking by. So it kind of forces you to be really fast. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if you want to flip through that. You're more than welcome to. Yeah. And a lot of this is like when I was waiting at the airport last week. Yeah.
A lot of artists do is wherever they go, they just have a sketchbook and just draw whatever they see.
Like these up here are actually part traditional, part digital. So everything starts off as a sketch, and then I'll redraw it on a 11 by 17, and if it looks good, then I'll scan it in, clean it up in Photoshop. So it's about 6 p.m. right now. Normally you'd be closing up, but we are allowed to stay here up until the event ends, so 11 p.m. So in theory, we had from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. today, which is plenty of time to make some money. And we're doing okay. In regards to like hour per hour, this has been really slow, but the fact that we're getting so many hours to make our money, I think by the end of it, it'll be fine, because I've already broken even on all my expenses today. So I'm fine on that. But you should always strive for more than that. A lot of artists are happy with just like, oh, I broke even, hooray. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You shouldn't, you should want more than that, so.
Stick blessings on the track that I rap, boom Baptist, the Holy Ghost, and got a spirit lifting from my soul, rolling up on Bible paper, blowing out some holy smoke. Just a joke, egging on the hate that I self-provoke. Look what I done wrote, music flyer than a London bloke. You would choke in a knockoff, sipping cola coke.
All right, guys, so it's about 9:30 in the PM right now. It's about ready to close up in just a little bit. A lot of the artists have actually packed up and left, and you know what? I'll take you off the tripod. I'll show you. Get you guys off the tripod. You guys can see. So my boy, the Dream Virus has left. Rice Spirit has left. The Bead people have left. A couple of print artists have left. This chick's hanging in there. That's cool. They left. They're gone. The ones past them are gone. They're gone. They're gone. But yeah, so let me get you back on the tripod. I don't blame anyone for leaving. It's been a long ass day. I'm tired as is. Everyone here is exhausted. Everyone here was hustling hard. So it's cool. It's understandable that they gotta leave. However, again, I'm gonna stay just because I'm already here. I've made 2 good sales, large sales, because people are walking by and they just have no one else to buy from. They're here they want to spend money. They have no one else to buy from, and I'm here. So very rarely do you get an event. Very rarely do you get an event that's just like, yo, you can stay the whole time. Because sometimes conventions will stay open till like 10 p.m., 11 p.m., but they'll close the vendors hall and the artist alley. I don't know why. Like, maybe it's some kind of legal thing, but whatever. This one, they're just like, yo, you can stay the whole time. And I dig that. I like that. And we don't get that often, so you need to take advantage of it when you can. So since I'm the only one here, all the traffic will get funneled to me, and that's better sales. But anyway, rambling. So I have a commission to do tonight. We're gonna close out the night. I'll give you guys a little review when I get back to the hotel room, and I'll see you guys there. All right, guys, so just wrapped up day 1. Pretty successful little outing. Look at this, everyone's starting to get ready to go. Everyone's had enough of this bullshit. Fucking Alvin Lee's here. I'm sitting next to Rice Spirit. My buddy, the Dream Virus, is here. I'm gonna do a little Artist Alley tour tomorrow morning so you guys can see who's here. I didn't want to do that tour this morning because no one was set up yet, but it's been a good show. They got a bunch of EVO gear here. I think I want to buy like a sweater tomorrow once I get here, but all right, so I'm finna head to the car right now. Fuck, I think I left my parking pass up in the car. Ah, shit. You notice a lot of my vlogs revolve around sitting in an elevator? Jesus Christ. So, had this show not been like an extended day, because a normal convention's like 8 hours, this one, say 14 hours or 15 hours today, 16 hours tomorrow. If we didn't have those extended hours, this would have been a really bad show in terms of sales. But we got those extra hours. So I've drank 1 bottle of water today. I limit the amount of water I drink when I'm at my table because I don't want to have to go to the bathroom, because if I go to the bathroom, I might miss sales. I haven't eaten yet. I've been fasted. I think I mentioned that earlier. I don't sit down. Anyway, just little things to keep in mind. All right, so I'm going to pack up, and I'll see you guys at the room. All right, guys, remember when I said I was going to go to the room to finish my commissions? Well, I lied. I'm here at Lee's Sandwich, 24-hour Lee's Sandwich, by the way, which is fucking nice. I find that when I go back to the room for my commission work, I just tend to fall asleep, so I'm going to go ahead and just eat, because I've been fasted for a good 30 hours, and finish my drawing here, and then head back to the room, go to sleep for maybe 2 or 3 hours, and then go back for another 16-hour day, the convention. Here's where we are with the pencil work right now. It's about 1:30 in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and ink it right now, and then we're gonna color it. So I need to take a break from the drawing. I'm like falling apart right now. I'm falling asleep as I'm working. I'm just totally out of it. I got like nothing left in the tank. Went ahead and went through some coffee already. Already went through a little coconut juice. Already went through 2 sandwiches. And anyway, trying to decide whether or not to just stay here and finish it, do the best I can, or to go back to my room, go to sleep, wake up, and try and finish it there. But give me a minute. I'll think about it. Okay, I've decided to just walk around here a bit, and then I'm going to try and finish the line work here, and I'll go to sleep, I'll wake up, and I'll finish the coloring at the convention tomorrow. Because I don't think I got the juice left to finish the whole thing here. That's how it is, man. That's how it is. Alright, so here's the finished commission from last night. Alvin! No, I just need to shake your hand because I've been following you for a long ass time.
Yeah,
so,
I've been around for a long time. I'm surprised I'm still doing it. You know, it's been like 20 years or something. It's crazy. Yeah. Is that your work there?
Oh yeah, that's my work there.
Oh damn.
Yeah, that project took like 500 working hours.
At least. Yeah.
It was 505.
505.
Yeah.
So you're talking like 2 months?
It was split into 2 sessions. It was 21 consecutive days, and then I took a little break, and then 42 consecutive days. Yeah.
Well, I hope it's worth it.
Oh, it's already worth it.
Yeah. I'm sure you sold a fuck ton of these prints.
Yeah, I moved like 300 of them at AX a couple weeks ago. Those were ridiculous.
You moved 300 of them?
300 of the 11x17s. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So hard work pays off, man.
Yeah.
I mean, also you're very talented, so.
Oh, thanks.
It's not just hard work. It's, you know.
Yeah. But no, but like with your Copic work, which ones do you use?
Same as this. Your
like the yeah. This was a commission I did last night.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Just duotone. Just warm grays, cool grays. I'll throw in like maybe like red pencil crayon in there.
Yeah.
Just for like flash.
Okay.
But other than that, it's really just exactly what you're using there. Like I don't really like deviate too far from that.
Yeah, I don't. I like to just focus on the values more than
exactly.
Because I just
yeah.
When I try and mess with the brighter colors and stuff, it just kind of throws everything off. Yeah, right.
It looks shitty. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Just the saturation levels look weird, you know. Anyways.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Like,
all right, it was nice. Awesome talking to you, man.
Work,
I appreciate it. So I'm gonna be real with you guys for a second. As much as I love traveling, as much as I love doing conventions, it does ultimately kind of interfere with the greater good, which is actually studying and practicing and getting better at art. Not to say that you can't improve when you're on the road, but oh boy, does it eat up a lot of your time, a lot of your energy, and a lot of your focus to do these conventions. There's a bit of a trap that a lot of people fall into, at least that I've seen. They do too many conventions, and like it's lucrative, but years will pass, and you don't really improve, and you fall into that trap, and before you know, a few years have passed, and you're at the same power level, and you don't get any better, and it sucks. So I'm very, very, very much looking forward to this few weeks break that are coming up. I already know what projects I'm going to work on. I know what pace I'm going to work on them on. There are some movies I want to catch up on. Haven't seen Wonder Woman, haven't seen Spider-Man, haven't seen La La Land. There's just like, I'm a big movie buff. I love cinematography. I just love movies. I love storytelling. And not watching movies or anime, I don't know, just that's how you get inspired. That's how you build a visual library. That's how you grow. And to not do that, to put those things secondary, is a mistake. And for me, it's movies. For you, it could be books, could be anything, whatever. But whatever it is that you find helps build you, you need to make time for that. Because it is still part of helping you grow. You know, you could study and all that, you could study and practice all you want, but until you get to the point where you can practice and study all you want, but that stuff is so important to your growth, and don't neglect it like I've been. So I caught myself, and I'm going to take care of it. So, all right, guys, now that's a wrap. Again, I get a couple weeks off. I do have a lot of projects I need to get done, a lot of commissions I need to get done. I have a workshop with Kim Jong-gi in like 2 or 3 weeks, and I'm just really excited for that. However, tonight, for the first time in a very long time, I am going to clock out of work, and my friends talked me into going into a party, a rave with Marshmallow. So thank you everybody for watching. Fucking exhausted. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe if you have. Ding the bell. See you guys later. Fuck.
You take a shot?
Stacks.